everyone! Just a quick tutorial about some really cool ways that you can record videos for your classes. I'm going to show you two software that you can use both for live streaming or for recording videos. For live streaming, it would be something that would be live streamed in the case of OBS to Facebook or YouTube, which is not as hard as it seems. It's quite simple, but probably you're more interested in recording something that you can use for resources in your class. So both are good for that. One is for Mac and PC, and the other is just for Mac at this time, but I'm sure they will be opening up to PC in the near future because it's a fairly new product. So these applications are both free. OBS is completely free, and then mmhmm is free for at least 1 year for educators and for students. So mmhmm is new, but you'll see it's kind of a cool thing too. But we're going to start with OBS. So just to continue on, I'm actually presenting in OBS right now. So I'm going to give you an overlay of what's going to happen. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to be looking at OBS and mmhmm. And so I'm just going to show you here. I'm just going to hide one on the left here. OBS Studio is where we're going to start there, and we're going to look at what you can do with Open Broadcaster software. And then we're going to look at mmhmm, and that is the Mac one right now. I'm sure it will open to PC, but it is fairly new, so just pay attention to it for now because you may be able to use it. And of course, if you have a Mac, fill your boots. So without further ado, I'm going to switch right over to OBS right now. The OBS Studio is something you can download it straight from their site. Just go to OBS Studio. It's called Open Broadcaster Software, and it is very, very cool. It's available to Windows, Mac, and Linux. It is open source, so it's free. It will always be free. And don't let this intimidate you. It is a very simple to use tool and flexible and quite popular for that matter. So to download it, you just go up here. If you don't have download rights to your computer, get IT because you will want this product. I recommend it because once you get started, I'm sure you're going to love it. Now, to demonstrate this, because I'm using OBS to record it, I can't really show you what I'm doing because we get this weird mirrored image. So I did make a recording. I'm going to show you part of the recording, not the whole thing. I'll send you the link, or I'll add the link to the recording below somewhere, so you can watch it on your own time. But I just want to give you an idea of how it works so you could see what I'm doing right now. So we're just going to switch right over to a demo, and I'm going to play it. The sound's not going to be brilliant, but I'm not going to play the whole video. It's about 9 minutes in length all total, but it does give you an overview of how to use OBS. I'm just going to get my head out of the way and just let you watch the video for a little bit. Hi there, welcome to the wonderful world of OBS. This is Open Broadcaster software. It is open source software that you can use to record and make videos, and it's really easy and great and fun, and I encourage you to use it. It works really well live, but it would be for live streaming on YouTube or Facebook, which is great, but it's also really good for just making videos because there's lots of flexibility and you can show a lot of stuff. So I'm just going to show you just an example that I was working on. This is parcel of how this is being demonstrated with this demo of how to add something in OBS. So for starters, I just want to go over a couple things, the ins and outs of this software. It's not as complicated as it may look. There's just a few areas to focus on, and then scenes, sources, audio mixer, transitions, and controls. So the main areas kind of starts on the left-hand side. That's where the focus is. And these scenes are basically slides, like you would think of a PowerPoint slide, or if you would think of any slide. And so right here, I have the cover slide for the presentation for OBS and mmhmm. And so if I move to another scene, the scene is going to change. And so if I move to scene 2 to scene 3, now you can set up as many scenes as you want. I don't know how many you can set up, but you can set up a lot. So these are just a few scenes for a presentation. And in each scene, there's sources. And sources is basically just content. So like for example, on the cover slide here, all it is text. It's just 4 different types of text. As I move over them, you can see them highlight. One for, you can name them anything you want, and so I've just named them very poorly header, subheader, and text because I did them at different times. You can lock them in place. You can unlock them, you can make them disappear, you can make them appear as you like. So while you're presenting, you can make things disappear. Now, when you're presenting or you're recording, you're not recording this stuff down at the bottom. So if I want to look at studio mode on the right, for example, and click away, on this window on the right hand side, it's showing what is actually being recorded. So all this other gizmo stuff at the bottom is not being recorded. So going back to the left, so there's different things you can add in the sources. So on this slide it's just text, but on this slide I have a number of things in here. I've got a couple live screens, I've got a couple monitors going here. So I have this monitor available, and I also have this monitor available. I also have my video camera here active, which is me talking to my camera here. I have text in here, and I have a couple images, and all these are just in this source box. So you can see them all listed. And you could move them up and down if you want to overlap them or layer them. Like I could take something and move it around. If you wanted to, you can layer. That's kind of cool things. You can also group things, like I have monitor 2 and monitor 3, which is here and here. And then I can turn them on and off individually if I wanted to, show them or not show them. And I can unlock them or lock them, and I can group them. So if I want them, everything, like more than one thing to disappear at one time, for example, I can group them so that they'll come and go as I like. And so you have total control about what things are coming and going and how you're moving through the scenes. This is just one monitor. This is a monitor, so I can show this monitor. And so I also have this monitor showing too, so I can control that one as well as another option. So I just want to show you really quickly how you can very quickly add a slide. And so if you want to add one, you just hit on the plus on the bottom here on the left. And click on that. And it's calling it Scene 4. You can rename it. I'll just leave it for now. So now Scene 4 has been added. I've just added a slide. Now there's different things you can add. If you go over here to click on the plus sign, there's all these things can be added. So there's audio, browser, color source, which is like a background color or block of color, display, screen capture. There's okay, I'm just going to leave you curious now for the rest of it, because the video is going to explain how to create your slides, how to import things, and then how to record them, and then how to save them, and that kind of thing. So watch the video if you want more information about OBS, but really that's all there is to it. You add slides, you add content, and then you present it. And really you're only limited by your creativity. So have fun with it, try it out. Again, it's free, just download it, and then it's just there forever. You may get the occasional upgrades, you can just download the upgrades. And it's just they're always doing constant improvement because this is open source and we all love open source. I'm just going to switch on to the next thing so I don't go too long. And this is the new one called mmhmm, and it just came about this year. It is just for Mac right now. But it's a different way of presenting, similar to OBS, but in a different way. Now let me explain myself so that doesn't sound completely crazy. You can go there to their site and download it right now, and contact it for educators, because it is free for a year for educators and students. It has been a beta version, it was free, but now they've put it a premium version. But try it out because it really is worth checking out. This is the screen. If you download it, this is what you will find. It's very cool in that it's going to show you a number of options. So when you're presenting, you can be different things. So you can load at the bottom. If you can see here, you can add media and screen share and camera. So screen share, multiple screen shares, you can add media. I just have a few examples down here at the bottom. So if I just click away here, and I'm just going to pull up click on an image here, and I'm going to put it on the shoulder. So I can pop it in, I can pop it out. I can switch to another one and pop it in and pop it out. And these can all be resized, of course. They can be moved around on the screen as you like. It depends on the size of the image. Actually, that was a bad example, but they can be resized and moved around as you like on the screen. Now, if I want to, I can just show the whole thing full. And the same thing with these. I can make it full screen or off the shoulder. And you might want it off the shoulder because you can bring yourself in. And so I'm here. I just had myself faded away, and I can expand myself if I wanted to. I can fade away, I can be in the corner. I could just be in a circle or just a square, but I do like the silhouette mode because I do have a green screen, and if you can get your background working well with lights, it really makes a nice drop. I don't have my green screen behind me right now, but that background mess wouldn't be there. There's a pointer tool in it that you can use. That's the dot tool, but then there's all sorts of different types of nice pointer tools you can be working with. So the idea behind this is that you can be talking and presenting, and then you could have yourself visible, not visible, fade away, be anywhere you want to be on the screen. You can be part of it or just fade in and not part of it. You can make the screen full. You can still make yourself visible or not visible. There's just a whole bunch of really cool things you can do with this. Along with having all sorts of cool things that you can do, there's a neat little way to, well, even in this case, just present video. Hi there, welcome to the wonderful world of OBS. This is Open Broadcaster software. It is open source software that you can use to record and make videos, and it's really easy and great and fun. And then you can play around with that as well, because you can move the video, you can move it forward and fast, you can pick spots where you want it to be. So let's just say, for example, I want it to, you know, move into a different part of the video. It's like, oh, you guys didn't hear about this part. So, and I can play it from there. Color there. And so there's two tones, right? So there's different things you can do. Now for the background, there's flexibility here too. So I'm just going to bring myself up a little bit, and I'll just go here. Now let's change our background room. So the rooms, you could be anywhere, and of course you could move your background images anywhere you like. It could be something animated, something funky, something cute, something even that you have from home. And it could be, there's just so many different options for the rooms that you can be in. The other thing that's neat about this is that you can co-present. So you could, someone else who downloads mmhmm, you can present together. So you could have two characters moving around, sliding around in the image. There's so many different types of backgrounds that you could be using. You just go in and pick the ones that you want, and whatever mood you're in, even if it's just a simple solid color. And then again, these can move around, and they can disappear and come back. They can be full, all of it. So you can see the flexibility with this tool as well, how it's quite entertaining, and you can have a lot of fun with it. And a very simple one button click to record up here. You can record, it goes right to MP4. And also you can have the interactive recording, that's the live show. But going MP4, you go straight to your download folder, and that's all you have to do. So at the bottom here, you just add your slides, much like OBS. You just add whether it's media, screen share, or camera. The media, there's all sorts of different media, whether it's videos, images, documents, like everything. And it shows up really quite well. So add your images, and then these slides, you can move them around, just like in OBS, you can move things. You can reorder them, and then as you're presenting, you can just move straight across, just like you're doing a PowerPoint presentation. So there's a lot of flexibility in this tool as well. Between the two, I'm not sure, I don't know if I have a preference between the two. I've been using mmhmm for a while, but OBS is fantastic, and I really like it. And OBS will always be free, and it has that PC and Mac flexibility. But keep your eye out for mmhmm. It is a lot of fun. You can do really creative things with it, and it's enjoyable to use. It has that nice fun factor. So if you have any questions, give me a call, and I hope this helps in your decisions and how you're going to make videos for your courses. Don't be nervous about some of the tools that you can access and use in OBS. It's a very powerful tool, but you can start at the basics and then develop your skills as you go along. Have fun and good luck.